Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are making two custom Patreon spreads. They're going to be very different sizes, different layouts, different purposes. So I'm really excited to do two very different spreads in one video. Now, this first one is for Donna, who requested an undated vertical pool theme for her journal. And as soon as I heard pool theme, I remembered that I had some scrapbook paper. I had gotten this on Amazon in like a haul, and I thought that this would be really fun to use here. But I have to decide exactly how I want to use it because I want to make it like really fun and decorative, but I don't want to lose too much of the space for journaling. So I was thinking if this was the right size, I probably could have, or if I had 2 pages, oh, this is like front and back too. I probably could have kind of done like a whole border here, but unless I think this might actually work. I have an idea. I'm nervous about the idea though, because I don't think I've ever really done this. I think I did it once for a spread for my nephew. Okay, so because this is undated, here's what we're gonna try to do. I wanna try to use this as a stencil. I don't know if this plan is going to work. I feel like I think I did do this for my nephew's birthday a few years ago, but I don't quite remember how I did it. That's the problem. So I feel like if I cut this out, right? Because then I see which of these parts I need. And then I feel like I need to stand up for this. This is kind of what I'd want. It's just like this part. Will too much get covered? That's my fear, is like, will too much of this, of the pools be covered? And then you wouldn't be able to see what this is. The other thing too is that I think that even though I'm not using this whole middle, like to match it up and be able to get the border isn't going to work when it comes to the other side of the page, right? Because I need that other border, and I don't think that it's going to work that way. I think that my plan may have failed already. Okay, so that didn't work. Those are going in the recycling. It's the good thing about undated pages is the ability to just kind of play around with them. So what we're going to do instead is a little bit of ripping. And I'm going to rip more than I need so that I can then go back in and make some changes. It's actually quite therapeutic to do this. And then let's do it over here too. When you're ripping, using your finger is actually better than the way that I was just going, because then we lost a lot of this, but it's okay because we're gonna make it even smaller. But I do like to be able to see kind of that ripped edge. So now that I've taken that chunk out, I can be a little bit more guided with this while having it down on my desk. I'm trying to like get it a little bit closer. Okay, I think that's good. And then we need the bottom. So where do my scissors go? We need this bottom part. I'm showing you the process of this because I feel like maybe it'll help you figure out if this is something that you want to do, like help figure out how to do it. So we're going to go like that. And then we need, of course, adhesive to be able to stick it down. Trying to get it like as close to the edge as I can without it getting all over my desk. And then I can kind of go over here because we're going to want adhesive on this page anyway, on this part of the page. Well, maybe not over there. So if I get some on there, it's okay. Okay, done. Now this can go right here. I know that part of Monday is covered up. We're going to fix that. But I've now gotten some of the adhesive. So just lightly, maybe not that lightly, just kind of rolling over it helps get rid of that with your finger. Okay, and you kind of have this like green background because the back of this paper is green. So it's kind of like that little seafoam. But now I need the other side of the page. Now with this side, I don't want to do that whole border thing again because I'm going to be covering up too much, I think. I feel like, would it look weird? I don't know. I don't want to lose too much of Sunday. And if I do this, I'll lose a lot of Sunday. So instead, what we're going to do is cut this bottom here. And I'm just going to cut out like a rectangle. Scrapbook paper is one of those things that I have a decent amount of and I often forget to pull it out. So it was good that this request came in and I had the right paper for it because I get to play around a little bit. And then this time, just kind of go in like this way. And then I don't want this to be such an edge. Well, it's white, so it doesn't really matter. And then this we'll put down here so that we don't lose too much of Sunday. So let's, oops, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. I'll try to get better about where I'm putting this. I feel like I need those dots that you have kind of more control over it than this. Okay, and then over here, we're just gonna peel that up. Now we have a little bit on the edge because I didn't put it down straight. Okay, this is cute. Of course, we need the days of the week. Now this paper also has some of these stickers. They're big, so I don't want to use too many of them because I'm afraid it's going to take up too much of the space that would be used for journaling. But I feel like 2 of them might be good. So make a splash. Summer, life is a beach, butterflies and fireflies, fun in the sun, summer fun, sunshine. So we can take this one. And there's a bunch more papers in this pack. I'll link it below. Maybe I'll use some of the other ones in another spread of mine. And then let's do lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. I'm just making sure that wasn't on that one. Yeah, let's do that. Because they kind of look alike with their fonts. And these will basically replace quotes in the spread. All right, so this is big. Wow, this is really big. I'm nervous about how much space these are taking up. If I were to place these here, it's like very pink on the background. Let's try to cut this. I feel like some of this bled. Okay. If I were to place these here, there would still be room to write over here and down Wednesday, and we're going to include some boxes. If I place it over here, we don't have as much, but it's about the same as there. I feel like maybe putting it here is going to be better because I feel like weekends there's typically more to journal about. So I think we're going to do that. This will definitely be a spread with like less stuff in it because I'm putting so many bigger things in it. And it's an experiment. It's an experiment when I try something new for my own planner, and it's an experiment when I do something new for, I feel like we can maybe shift this over, for a Patreon members planner, because now Donna can tell me whether this will work for her or not, or never to do something like this again. But I think that it's fun to kind of experiment and go out of our comfort zone a little bit. Okay, and then this one we're gonna put right over here. All right, that's good. Now we need some boxes. So I had originally pulled out Mojo Jojo's pastel boxes, which I think will actually work really well here, but it has to be the right size. So series 6, I wish that these were lined. That's where I'm struggling a little bit with them, because these are pastel functional boxes and the colors are really good. Like the pink and the teal are perfect here, but I don't think any of these are lined, right? No, they're not lined. It might be okay to not have them lined. I just wish that they were. I know that I could add lines onto it, but I don't know if that's necessary. So this is where I have to figure out what's going to be the best place for the box. Because if I put the box here, then it's like, well, what would go underneath that? If I put it here, there's a little bit of space everywhere else to journal. So I think this is going to go here, and we'll take a white pen and cover up so you don't see these lines underneath it. I think I need a different white pen. Try to always have like a backup of my most used supplies nearby. So like this pen or my correction tape. I recently just hit my last roll of correction tape. So as I opened that one, I ordered a new pack from Amazon because I don't want to forget. So because I go through supplies pretty quickly, it's something I like to do. Okay, this pen is going over there so that I don't accidentally grab it again. Now, let's do, I think maybe that same pink over here. I think that would be pretty, but I wonder if this should go over it. So I'm gonna try to pull this up a little bit. And we're gonna put this down here and then put this back down right over that box. I think that that works. The other thing here, of course, the paper the whiteness of the paper is different, so it's a little bit obvious, but again, I think it's fun and it's okay to do things like this in especially a journal where you have a little bit more to lose. And I say to lose because if I did this in my regular planner or someone else's regular planner, you might risk the functionality, like sacrificing that functionality, and that need just isn't as strong here in this. So let's take a couple of orange boxes. I'm looking at the other colors that are in this pool scrapbook paper, and I think that we can maybe like put one of these over here. Whole stickers on my finger, and put this, oops, give it a little bit of space like I did with the other. Put this one right here. That's good. Now, I'm wondering if maybe I'm trying to find like this color, but I sort of wanted one that was a little bit different. So I just saw a sticker book down here. Sorry, I'm like trying to read the top of this sticker book while also talking through the video. Okay, I'm back to more pastel boxes. So I think that this darker one, while it's not an absolutely perfect match, I think it's going to be a good complement. Whoops. This is kind of where I wanted to put it anyway. I was just trying to do, no, because we're off a little bit right there. I thought that maybe sort of doing like a fun stack over here would be cute, and then we'll cover this up. So just trying to bring these in and add a little bit of fun. Okay, so now each day technically has a box, and then we want to do this over here too, but I was thinking this time we'll put it like right there. And then the difficult part, aside from the, well, the dating isn't difficult, but what do I do with, this is like where I struggle. What do I do with these empty slots, right? We've got some like awkward empty slots. This is where washi might be fun. So this lighter color, I feel like, whoops, sorry about the squeak. I apologize. We have this, oops, this is some Planny-Thing washi tape. And this actually kind of has a pool, a wave to it. So this might be really good here. Let's just find the edge. We have two of these actually. Which one is going to be better? I think this lighter one is going to be better. So let's cut this off so that it's a perfect edge, not angled. And this we can put down here. I don't want to fill up every empty space because the point is to use this like for journaling, and I don't want to cover up all the empty spaces, but I think that this could work for some of these more like awkward ones. Oh wait, this isn't a wave. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna go back to this color because the point was to use the wave theme and not, I'm all over the place. Lift that up. There we go. Okay, try that again. Sorry. The edge there got a little bit curled and I can't seem to get it down right. So we're gonna do it here. Actually, that color is pretty good. I think the lighter one maybe would have been better, but this is good too. And then I'll put this here. I was trying to think if there's another one I have that might work because I feel like just one line here is kind of weird. So I don't know if I have this wave in any other color. Definitely have some like pink that maybe we can add in because there are some brighter pinks here. So maybe we put this one here. And then we take the pink, the stripe, and add that too. Trying to like peel this up without having it curl. There we go. I think I got that. I got it that time. Oh, that's pretty. I like that combination. And this washi cutting card, by the way, is from Live Love Posh. And then maybe this can go right over here. And we can use this. Actually, we're going to try to tuck this washi under this so that it comes out of the scrapbook paper like that. And then those awkward random spots aren't as bad. But before we put this down, we've got to cover up the white because you can see through it, or cover up the line. You don't really see it much there. Okay. And then I'm just going to wipe off the part that's not visible. Okay, put these away, get these things out of the way. Let's take a look and see where we're at. I think that it's definitely time to add the dates because I feel, or the days of the week at least, not full on dates because I don't know what week Donna is going to want to use this for. And then I'll be able to decide what's going to happen with any of these leftover sections, if anything. I have a sticker sheet from Functionally Chic Orange Blooms by Live Love Posh, and I thought that the orange would be really fun since that's the color that I haven't used for the washi. and it would just kind of make this pop. So we're gonna, it's always like hard to get these down straight. We're going to leave it undated even though we're adding the days of the week. This is one of those things that even tweezers wouldn't really help me with because it's about like getting these down. I need an entire book of colored dates or colored days of the week. I know that there's rainbow dated and there's Calendar Plan Dated Basics. I need like ones like this or like the ones from Planner Kate. I think that if I were to make a sticker book, which I have zero plans on doing, it would be a sticker book that has all stickers like this, because sometimes adding this kind of color here really helps make a spread pop. That would be different than if it were a white background and the colored font. So if anyone out there wants to make me that, I'd be really appreciative. I just have zero time to create product, especially as I'm trying to put less on my plate. Okay, this one went a little bit too low down because you can see above it, but I think that Saturday is that way also. So we got to fix this. It's harder to lift this. This one's ripping. It's time for the magical undo formula. That'll prevent the ripping. And then we just have to give that a sec to dry. Whoops. So in the meantime, we can put Sunday down. There we go. And then once that dries, we will put Saturday down also. And then I kind of like how the Monday line sort of goes over. So I think that there was one other sticker book I pulled out that I wanted to look at because I was trying to decide what to do with these empty spots, even though I never like committed to myself that I would fill them all in, because I do think it's important to have a little bit more space. Now this one still isn't working. I shouldn't have put this down without Saturday being done. Okay, better. I did grab Self-Care by Calendar Plan because I was thinking that maybe something in here would have like a good prompt that I could use. Let's see. Because this is for a journal. We could maybe grab one of these tracker stickers, self-care tracker. I feel like that could be helpful. But I feel like a tracker needs to be on like the end of the spread. It can't be on Wednesday. It's got to be, I don't know, maybe do we just put it right here? I know it's not great because the color is, I just don't think this works. I think I was trying to make something work. It didn't work. Okay. That now, I could put a tracker over here for Sunday because she can be working on it all week and just have it over here. I think that that looks better because it's not like overlapping with the same color. So I think that we are set. Now that I'm looking at this, we still have no box over here. But I don't think it's necessary. Again, I don't want to overdo it. I think that down here I could use a little bit of washi with this spot, but then I think I'm just gonna stop. Journaling spreads for me are hard to create for, this isn't a complaint, it's just an explanation. I find it hard to create for Patreon members because I don't know exactly what their needs are, and I don't want to have too much empty space, but I want to give them the space to journal. So that's where sometimes I'm like, because I don't quite always know what I want to do. But I think that this came out really fun. It's definitely unique, and I love the addition of scrapbook paper. Now, this next spread is for Xandrea, who requested a 2-page currently. So on the left side, we have the traditional currently page from Happy Planner, and on the right side, we have lined paper. Now, one thing that I couldn't get to match is the spine, so we're actually going to fix that. And there was no specific decorative request for this, so I actually thought it would be fun to continue using the pack of scrapbook paper that I used in the first spread. So I pulled out these two. We have this floral, it's like a really pretty big floral. It actually reminds me of an old Happy Planner floral. And then we have these lines. And what I want to do here is cover up the spine on both of these. So I need to, if I'm looking at the size of this, we're doing a lot of experimenting today. But I'm going to cut right here so I can see where I need to cut. And then I have this Archer and Olive stencil that's also a ruler. So I think that I want about 1.5 inches. So we had this here. And then we're going to go to, let's go to 2.5 inches because I kind of have like an idea of how this is going to go. Again, I don't know if my idea is going to work, but where's that other little slit I just made? Oh, it's right over there. Okay, I can see it. I probably would have used a pen next time instead of a knife. Took me a sec. We're actually on the next day of me filming this. So it's the first video I'm filming of the day. And sometimes it just takes a sec to get situated. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm thinking, but I wanted, this might be hard. I wanted to do like a little bit of ripping to kind of have this seem a little bit more like random and less, I don't know, linear might be the word. I need like a tool that rips, because this was why I went to 2.5 inches instead of 1.5, because I wanted to give myself some space for this. But I actually think I should have given myself more, because when you're trying to rip just a tiny bit, I think it makes it more difficult to do. But really, I just need to make sure I'm doing about 1/2 inch, no more than 1/2 inch on each side to make up for that extra space. Okay, like that. So then when this is on the page, it's going to kind of come out like this. And then we are going to do the same thing on this side. Maybe this is why I don't use scrapbook paper that much, because it's it's some extra work, but it's good. So as I'm doing this, I'm going to talk about what I'm reading right now. I'm reading a book called The Dinner List by Rebecca Searle. I hope I'm saying her name right. And I've read a few other books by her. I've read In 5 Years, which I loved. I read that in one night. One Italian Summer. I don't remember how long it took me to read it, but I really enjoyed it. And the premise of The Dinner List is a woman named Sabrina who has her 30th birthday dinner, and she has 4 guests who, like her, dream dinner party guests, dead or alive, met them or not. And let's see how to do this. I'm trying to figure out the best method here. Okay. And it's gotten me thinking about who my dinner list would be. If I could have 4 people to dinner, who would they be? And last night I was at my nephew's baseball game, and I was talking about it with my mom and my brother. And then after the game, I was on the phone with my uncle, and we were also talking about it, because I just think it's a really interesting topic. And then we were kind of saying, like, well, what are the rules? Can they be family? Can they not? And I think that what my brother and my uncle and I were all in agreement about is that we'd all want my dad, of course. My uncle is my dad's brother, but I feel like that needs its own separate dinner because we all miss him. And the point of like, so anyway, we kind of took my dad off the list because that's just a whole separate thing. If you're new to my channel, I lost my dad 19 years ago when I was 17. So I think that at the top of my list, and actually my brother's as well, is our grandpa, our dad's dad, who I never met. My brother was 3 months old when he passed away. So I mean, while my grandpa met my brother didn't know my grandpa. And so I think that he'd be at like the top of both of our lists because we would just have loved to be able to know him. And then I was thinking about who else would be on mine. And I think like I want, you know, world changers. I would love Ruth Bader Ginsburg on mine. I've always loved Jacqueline Kennedy ever since I was a little girl. But if we're talking about a dinner party, she probably wouldn't be a very interesting guest because she's very interesting, but she was very reserved. And I don't know that she would be like a fun party guest. So it's just kind of one of those things that's, you know what, I'm going to use a regular Happy Planner punch for this. So it's just kind of been one of those things that's been on my mind as I'm reading this book. Okay, Happy Planner punch trick. Make sure that you're upside down in case you've used your punch before and you don't want all the little like mushroom cutouts to fall out. Take the backing off. And then when you slide in the paper, it's a little bit harder because of the scrapbook paper, but when you slide this in, get me trying to do a trick and I can't seem to get it. Okay, you can see through the other side. So it makes it easy to see where the punches are in order to be able to get that perfect punch. And then we'll do it on this side too. I don't know if you can really see it on camera. I've shown this before, just not in a while. But I don't really trust the lines that are on the, like the guides on the punch on the other side. So I like to be able to see it this way. You can kind of see there. If I was going that way, you wouldn't see the green, but going this way, you can. Just kind of line that up a little bit better and punch. Okay, there we go. So we'll move this to the side. And now we have a punch. Look at that. That looks really cute. Okay, so the left side of this page, where did my note go? I had a note. Sometimes I take notes when someone has requests so that I don't mess up what their request is. But on the left side of the page, we are going to do a top 3, a brain dump, and a to-do. So we're going to put them over here. But I feel like we maybe need some washi to go along with this to kind of dress this up a little bit. So I'm going to pull out my washi again. I don't necessarily, I'm not against using the same washi I used yesterday, but I also don't know if it's necessary. Like I'm looking at these colors and this orange is popping out to me, especially because it's summer. I just feel like that's a really good color choice there. So we're going to cover up priorities and cover up important and cover up take note, and then grab my washi card. And I want this washi to go under this. So probably need to pull it up just a little bit. It's going to be hard to do. I feel like I need a third hand for this. Come on. Lift here. Oh, can't get this down the way I wanted to. Right. There we go. It's better. And then we'll rip right here and then do the same kind of size right over here. Just to give it a little bit of space so it's not like one long line going across. And then one more right here. We're going to go shorter so it's not too close to that one. All right, now Pastel Functional Boxes 1 has some really good colors that are going to go along with this. So I think that we're going to do this color, and then let's grab maybe this brighter orange. Could also do the pink. I think the pink is what I'd like here. Okay, and then let's take one of these pinks. We're going to put it here. We'll do the other one right here. And bring in this color right over there. I like how that looks. Now we need to label these. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to write them down? Do I want to try to use alphabet stickers? I think that my challenge of using word stickers, even though I know that there are a lot of word stickers to use, is having the exact ones that she wants. Like I have a lot of these proud sticker designs. I'm looking for top 3 to do and brain dump. And I don't know that I have them all. We have to do list. So let's take that out. That's helpful. And what am I looking for? Top 3 and brain dump. I feel like I have top moments. Oh, right here, of course. But maybe there's the number 3 somewhere. So top moment. Brain dump is what I don't know if I have. What I could do, I'm trying to decide what the game plan here is going to be. Okay. We need the number 3, right? So let's solve that one first. I don't know that this has numbers in it, but we don't need numbers. I can use any 3. So let's take the top out of moments, and we're going to take a date it sticker from Mojo Jojo Plans and just take a 3. The 3 is bigger, but I think that that's okay. Top 3, just kind of make it big like that. And then we want to do. So I'm going to take list off of to do. And just kind of cut this out. I probably could have kept list, but it's fine. And we're going to put to do right over here. And then we need brain dump. We are doing something a little ridiculous here, but I want the fonts to match. So I started pulling out words that have the letters that I need, and I'm going to use these tiny scissors. I got these on Temu. And I'm not going to be able to fit brain dump fully here, so I'm going to try to center this so that I can get IN. I don't need these 2 letters, but we need an I. N. There we go. See, not that difficult, just kind of time consuming. Brain. And then we need dump. So D. Put that there. We'll go a little bit lower. That went a little bit too high because then it covers up the B. D. U. Because I have so many of these, like each word, I'm not worried about, you know, quote, wasting them. They're being put to use. U. Looks like one of those, what's it called? Like ransom letter. M. And the P I also need from here. So we're going to just grab both of these and then cut them up and put them together. M and P. So I could have definitely written this in. I want to fix that U though, because it's crooked and it's going to bug me. But I felt like this might be a little bit cleaner. Okay. It's not 100% clean, but I think it's good. I do think that this U is still, oops. Kind of put this together so it looks like it was all one word, and then that had a little line there that I was trying to cover up. Okay, and then this will be for Xandrea to like fill out these sections here. Now, I may go back to this side of the page. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I have the currently sticker book from Mojo Jojo Plans because this side of the page, we are going to do like full-blown currently style. So we're going to do currently, but I feel like we should bring in the washi with it. So I'm going to put this like across here, wider than I need it to be. And then we'll center, kind of center currently over it. That looks cute. And then let's take a pink marker, and I'm just going to take my Zig color dot marker and color in this to add a little bit of pizzazz. The currently sticker book is currently, at the time of filming this anyway, sold out, but I do know that Mojo Jojo Plans is working on a restock. So as always, I will alert you once this is restocked, if not already, because this is being filmed a little bit far out from when the video is going to go live. Once I get the requests for the custom spreads each month, I do try to get them all like not banged out in a fast way, but I try to get them created so that I can send the spreads and that they can use them, especially for this. Well, I'm actually not going to I'm not going to put July on here in case she wants to use it for August. But then we need to choose the currently words. So I'm trying to find my wax paper so that I can put some words down here. And I have a couple of requests for words. I have reading, watching. She does cook, so I think that we were going to try to do some sort of recipe, and I think that trying may work there, but I feel like I saw reading. Let's see. Maybe it's not in this font. Maybe, oh no, we do have reading here. So we have reading, watching, and then we're going to do trying kind of for a recipe. We could also do making. I'm going to do both of these. So other than those, there weren't a ton, like there wasn't specifics. It was just about using generic things. So I think that we're going to try to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4. Let's do drinking, eating, feeling. I think those are always good. Actually, maybe we don't do 9. Maybe we do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I kind of have an idea. Let's do appreciating. And there was one more. It wasn't planning, but I do like planning. Oh, goal. I liked goal. Now that I have those, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to fit 3 boxes across here, but we're going to try. So I'd like to do the pink. Grab a pink. We don't really have purple in here. We can do this teal. And we can do the orange. Which one did I do? Oh, yeah, let's do this darker orange because there's a decent amount of that in there. Okay. Now, 1, 2, I can fit 3. So we'll do this orange right here. Teal here. And I'm just kind of eyeballing the size of these, or the spacing. Cute. Now, let's do watching, eating, drinking. So we'll put watching, eating, and drinking. And then for the next 3, let's grab these boxes again, but we'll just switch up the order. So we can do, let's go down 1. We'll do this one here just to give it space between them. Let's do pink and then orange. think here. Oops. Didn't quite go where I wanted it to. Sorry, I'm like not speaking. I'm just trying to get these down where they need to be and straight, which isn't always my best thing. Now we can do reading, celebrating, and let's do making for the recipe. So reading, celebrating, and making. Now, my other idea and why I decided to go for less was because I wanted to pull out a double box. I think we're going to go for the darker orange here. And see the teal. I have to kind of check these sizes before I put these down. This is where I need another hand. I thought that it might be fun to layer these like this. So let's try this. Put that down. We'll get this right here. We got to go a little bit lower. And then this one we're going to put over here. But in order to do that, I've got to cover up. So really from like there, that line to that line. So here to measure that again to there. And we're just going to use my white Uniball Signo, clean off the tip, to cover up most of the orange so that you don't see it through when I put this sticker down. I like doing this better than correction tape because the correction tape adds more height than the pen does, and you can typically see the bump. Okay. Now we're going to go like this. Perfect. And then I wanted to use bigger stickers. So I wanted to do appreciating here. And this time we're going inside of the box instead of outside. And then we're going to use goal right here because I like the space to be able to list out a little bit further what's being, appreciated and what the goal is. I'm realizing I didn't use that striped scrapbook paper that I pulled out, but I don't know if it's actually necessary here. I feel like I could probably bring in some more washi like right over here, but then we've got to lift this again. We can do it. There we go. Just kind of add a little something here. Bring that to the end of that box just for visual appeal. And then do we do another one here? I feel like it's going to be a lot if we do it here. I don't know. I can't decide. I feel like it's a lot and it just looks too like framed out doing it that way. Now, the other thing that I'm sort of toying with is what I want to do over here on this side, because I like the 1, 2, 3. I don't know that they really need to be covered up. I could maybe take Rainbow Date It by Mojo Jojo Plans and add in the numbers, but it has to be the right color. And it's hard here because this is rainbow. We could do the navy. We do have this navy here. This is a little bit bluer, but I think that this may help with like getting a little bit more color over here. I want to leave the rest of this pretty blank for her to be able to use as she needs to, because we've got the right side pretty decorated. That looks good. I like that look. I think we may be finished. I feel like this came out really, this came out really fun. I wasn't sure again how I was really going to do it, but I thought that bringing in the scrapbook paper made it fun. It's simple, and once it's filled out, of course, it's going to have even more pizzazz to it. So we have these 2 spreads using 1 pack of scrapbook paper and mostly these pastel boxes by Mojo Jojo Plans. I'll link everything that I used in the description. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I think it's probably a bit of a longer video between the 2 spreads. Oh, wait, I forgot the thing we have to do. We have to fill in these colors also. So I have to be a little bit more careful because these are tiny and I don't want to make a mess. So we can do this first one, and then the others I may just do off camera because I don't want to screw them up since this is for someone else, and I feel like talking through that, the coloring in of the tiny lines, is going to make me more likely to mess it up. So that's how they will look, but I think that's all. Thanks again. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time.